Many leaders are not performing at their best despite the self-help courses that they've been on, the leadership development courses they've attended, the webinars, the online programs that they've undertaken, in a position of feeling overwhelmed, stressed, anxious and always on. And this is really costing them time with their family, time with the ones that they love, doing the things that they love, and ultimately affecting their near and long-term health. Does this sound like you? Isn't it time to break the excuses of why you don't have enough energy or motivation to get the things done, to win back that time that you need, and really take the time to invest in yourself so you can win back that quality time with your family, your loved ones, and do the things that are most important to you and look after your long-term health. In this short video, I'm going to go through the 3 surprising reasons why leaders are not performing their best. So pay attention. My name is Dr. Ruth Mary Allen. I'm a certified brain health and high performance coach and certified havening techniques practitioner. In my spare time, I'm a reservist British Army officer, and for the last 25 years, I've been helping CEOs and senior military leaders all the way down to children to really help them unchain themselves from what is holding them back to stepping into their greatness. My personal journey, back in October 2016, I was working in the corporate world, putting all my attention into helping the firm and none of my attention into helping myself. I suffered an unexpected miscarriage and went immediately into an unexpected performance review where I was told I had no emotional intelligence. This put me in a downward spiral where I started having suicidal thoughts, ended up reaching out for that traditional self-help support of coffee and chocolate cake in the afternoon and alcohol in the evening to numb the pain that I was experiencing. Of course, that did not help me. I realised I really needed to take back control of my well-being and reached out for help in the form of high performance coaching and subsequently brain health coaching and ultimately havening techniques, and went on an amazing transformational journey where I lost 27 pounds in weight. In April 2018, I was able to realise my dream of ski touring across the French Alps with my husband, and 8 months later, our fantastic daughter Lily was born on Christmas Day, and what a joy she is. Sadly, 9 months after that, my dad suddenly passed away, and I was there at the time that he died. And I found that incredibly difficult. The trauma from that day encoded in my brain, and I was finding it really hard to show up without crying on a daily basis. And through help with havening, I was able to unchain myself from those unhelpful emotions. And really, I can now talk about it without going into a breakdown and reflect on that day with much more compassion, much more kindness, and much more acceptance. So, if you feel as if you don't have the time to take the time to look after yourself, what is it going to cost you? What is it costing you now in terms of your health? What is it costing you in terms of your long-term health? And how is that affecting not only you, but the family and the people that you love? Isn't it time that you took the time to look after yourself first and foremost? So if you're ready, let's start. So the first reason why people are not performing at their best is you're a slave to your past. Your past experiences, whether that's a past unhelpful experience such as the ones that I've described, or a major trauma, are preventing you from showing up as your best self. Traditional coaching techniques don't tend to work in this space because it's been encoded in your brain, in the part of the brain called the amygdala. And it's important that you take the time and tool yourself up with the techniques necessary to release those unhelpful emotions and certainly reduce them, so that you can show up as your best self. And those emotions can go all the way back beyond your lifetime through to previous generations as a result of epigenetics. It's a fantastic new science field. The second reason that you're not showing up as your best self is you've got all the gear and no idea. What do I mean by that? Is you've done all the courses, you've read all the books, you've done all the self-help, the leadership development courses, but you're just not applying the tools, or you don't know how to use those tools. Your toolbox is full, but you've never taken the tools out of it. And perhaps those tools are in fact too complicated for you based on the time you have available. And you really need some simple yet powerful tools to help you show up as your best self on a daily basis. The final one is you have a plug and play mentality. What do I mean by this? Is you think it's okay to burn the candle at both ends. You're at the top of your game from a leadership perspective perhaps, and you feel that because you're there, it's okay for you to not look after your health and well-being, not get the sleep that is necessary, not do the exercise that is necessary, not eat the foods that are necessary to optimize your unique brain. Some parts of our brain may work too hard, some parts of our brains may not work hard enough, and it's important that you take the time to understand your unique brain, because everyone's brain is different, and optimize it with the right habits, with the right techniques, so that you can truly power up and unleash your full potential. So what have my students been saying? Well, I have students that have experienced an 8 to 10-fold increase in their effectiveness, so much so that they've got so much time they don't really know what to do with it. I've had CEOs who've managed to unchain themselves from past trauma, past unhelpful experiences, which has led to anxiety, low levels of anxiety, and truly step into their greatness by letting go of that anxiety. And I've also had students that have been able to truly optimize their unique brain, knowing which parts of their brain are working too hard, knowing which are not working hard enough, and establish the right habits, the right routines, so that they can really crush it on an extraordinarily busy week. What will my program do for you? Well, if you are ready to unchain yourself from any past unhelpful experiences or trauma that are preventing you from showing up as your best self, if you're ready to unlock the secrets to boosting your mental clarity and performance so that you can win back that crucial time, and if you're ready to unleash your full potential by optimizing your unique brain, then make sure you click on the link below to register for my Unleashed strategy session so that you can find some simple yet powerful techniques to help you perform at your best. I look forward to talking to you very soon.